I've been neglecting the Klonoa postgame for this? Welcome to Kirby 64. It took a month, but I think I'm finally about to achieve what Michael Panutz couldn't dream. I gotta organize this shit. Look at all this Pokemon that's just, like, burying all of my other good games. I'm sorry, Pokemon Snap. I don't have any opinions on this, but I feel like I should be nicer, because if I'm not, I'm gonna get Kirby'd. But yes, I've been working on this on my own time for the past month, and my god, I get why Mike didn't do it, because this has been a fucking nightmare. Despite it all, I do think that for a first playthrough, at least for me, 100%ing this really is like a big part of getting to know this game. However, for the purposes of making sure that this isn't like a 2-minute stream, I thought it'd be fun, even though I already have all the shards, to do like one level from each world and kind of talk about my opinion on Kirby 64 now that it's kind of is fermented the correct word? But I've had some time to stew in it for a little bit for sure. So regarding the movement speed, regarding the power-ups, I mean, it was telling me a little bit about this when we were kind of doing a Galaxy Gallery on the matter. And, oh dear. There definitely are ways. I mean, my biggest complaint, and I have to imagine this is like a lot of people's complaints, is the movement speed. And since then, I've discovered a couple of different strategies for using the power-ups to augment Kirby's movement to kind of overcome that. There's a lot that you can do to go faster than Kirby with no power-ups, which... should it be necessary is a question still worth asking. But for me, at least, it helps make this a far more pleasant experience. And even just, like, the charm of the different combinations that I found. You know, I'm really glad that I did wind up 100%ing this, if only just to discover the different kinds of power-ups that this game has to offer. Because, man, there's a lot of cute ones. When you mix Rock and Cutter, you get, like, a, Excuse me. I would like Poppy Bros, actually. Oh, so eating bomb doesn't do anything. You have to eat the bomb thrower. I see. I mean, really, if Kirby's becoming the bomb, swallowing the bomb should have, like, you know, more in common. I don't know. Oh, shit, wait a second! I was, like, playing this all day. I was, like, up to, like, 20 lives. No, I'm definitely gonna have to play a few levels before jumping into that final boss, or I'm gonna have so many game overs. I'm gonna have to, like, practice my picnic blanket skills. So it's, like, arms up like this, right? Yeah. By the way, I've gotten a couple of those strange question mark cards, and I still haven't figured out what those are for. Also, you should try the mini-games. I didn't know that there were mini-games. I'd be okay with that. Let's see, Rockstar. What do we got here? I mean, it's gotta be this one, right? Or maybe, let's do a boss. Let's do a boss. This is a cool boss. I love the different, like, flickering textures. Man, this is such a cool one! Now that I've, gone through Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, I'm still really, tempted to, like, throw into the background and try and, like, actually get the gems at the source. I mean, do you have to hit the part that's sticking out? It's been a month, so I literally forgot how to do this. But I'm going to assume that I simply have to wait it out. I don't know. Because they like, come out into Kirby's playfield now, right? No, they don't. I'm pretty sure you just actually do have to hit the pointy part. I'm just doing a very bad job of it with Bomb. I feel naked with this power-up. This is a good opportunity for breaking open a rock. Not for much else, as it turns out. Unless you really do just have to wait that long for the arena to, like, reach the top. Yeah! The HP bar didn't even, like, fill up yet. That was all waiting. Oops. It's a bit silly of me, isn't it? But, this is an interesting boss to do, because, boy, it really does kind of, like, directly resemble Klonoa 2's. And I'm not trying to, you know, say anything about what inspired what, because that would be, like, you know, some apologize right now Rebecca Sugar shit that I'd be on. But my brain is, like, reacting to it in a way where it's like, one has trained me for the other. But not in a good way. In a very wrong and sick way. Really, at the end of the day, though, what I am actually here for is just to listen to this sick-ass theme. This Kirby 64's got a good one, I'm telling you. Okay. Is there a second phase? I seem to forget. No, we're good, and I get a tomato! See, I'm gonna start losing lives here on just normal shit before I even try the final boss. The main menu has a monster dex, which is what the cards are, and there's also a mini-games option. Okay, we can do that after this, I think. Fun fact, last year people found a brand new cheat code for this game after 20 years that gives you a 100% completed save file if you do it right. Really? No shit! Okay, well the thing about this world is that all the stages kind of suck. I'm gonna do this one. This one is like the least watery of the water levels. Griffin, the director of this game, went missing and was never heard from again. Is that true? I guess I'll keep an eye out in the credits when we wrap up tonight, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. If you want to figure out whatever happened to people at Nintendo who go missing though, just look at the credits of their mobile games and you'll understand, because that's always where they're squandering like their best long-term legacy talent these days, unfortunately. I've talked about this before. Speaking of, I think I just 100%ed Super Mario Run the other day. I mentioned I picked that back up, started a fresh save file. Not by choice, by the way. And, after God knows how much Toad Rally, and after 150 worlds of Remix 10. That's right, not 150 stages, not 150 levels, 150 worlds. I got, like, all the possible gacha furniture you could possibly get. I 100%ed all the levels. I did the Star World. I did the stuff that you get for 100%ing the Star World. So I don't know, like, what to live for anymore. If you guys have any, like, suggestions, that'd be, like good. Because I thought that maybe I could get back into Pokemon Master Sex, and then I rolled for that new Summer N that they dropped, and I literally got him on my first roll, so I can't really work for that either. I don't know, I mean, I guess what got me into this mess was trying to get those My Nintendo Platinum coins for those profile picture rewards that they're doing now. And, oh, I can't get that. I don't have the right stuff. Yeah, despite trying to 100% this, and playing these, you'd think that you'd only need to replay them once, and then you'd be like, okay, I get it. As it turns out, this game is loaded with bullshit, and every single one of these stages is taking me, like, 3 to 6 tries. It's not been pleasant. I'm very upset about it. Mario Kart Tour. I don't think you even get platinum coins from Tour, so that's off the table. I guess I'm simply, resigned to doing 3 Toad rallies per week for those sweet 60 platinum coins. When people at Nintendo go missing, it's because Nintendo's like, you did your little artsy shit, now it's time to make us money! Sometimes! There definitely have been people at Nintendo who have had those fates, unfortunately. Robert, it goes down! No, it don't. Robert, it goes down! I'm telling you, no, it don't! Oh! Griffin, I hate to say it, but some of these stages really should have taken 2 tries. Well, you gotta memorize the colors! And by the way, we were talking a little bit about this during Klonoa. About, like, oh, it's only, like, a small handful of infamous stages that you need to, like, leave the stage to get power-ups for. I have found that it's actually, like, most of them. Because I was tackling that volcano one where you need the ice, that dumb shit, fairly early on. So I was like, okay, well maybe there's a chance that I am just wrong about this. But no, like really, really no. A lot of the stuff in the 5th world has asked this of me on Shiver Star. Almost like every stage, I think. I had to do it for the Cloud one, I had to do it for the Factory. I had to play the Factory like 10 times. Did not have a pleasant run of it, despite the coolness of that stage. Once you have to go through that that circular bit with DDD, you get tired of it fast. Of any World 3 stage to pick, though, this is like a good cozy one. Oh! That is until you have to start going up the water. It's really funny that, like, you know, first try, maybe I don't have an excuse, but I like, practiced on these ones, man. These logs are still giving me a really rough time. Hey, I'll take this with me, though, and then I can, like, start doing my Kirby homing attacks. Like so. Oh, I thought this was, like, something that I could grab up here. Maybe that's just a leaf. Speaking of homing attacks, though, I did say the other night that I was gonna go from Cuphead into Sonic, and, I mean, this is good bad news to have. It's good news for people who love bad news, but, I think I might wait on that a little bit, because, as it turns out, that game actually is, with Sonic Origins, it actually is getting patched. There was a big hullabaloo about, oh, I want to do the minecart one. About Sega literally not letting the team patch that game, even though they wanted to. They're like, hey, this is not the finished build that we gave to Sega. Sega, like, did shit to break it, and now we have to fix what Sega broke. And Sega wasn't letting them. It's like, okay, I guess if people are angry enough about this, then we'll go back and reconsider. So, I guess, in the meantime, we'll just keep an eye out for that and see what those patches entail. Because ever since I preloaded that shit, I've been really kicking myself. I'm like, man, what a dumb, expensive purchase to make for a collection of ports that in its current state is not worth the price. But you know, I like classic Sonic. There is a world in which those ports could be worth the price, if it does deliver on what has been promised, which is simply the Whitehead Sonics, without all this other shit to complain about. But you know, the exciting thing is that it was in good hands until Sega fucked it up, so now that it's back in the porting house's hands, you know, I feel pretty confident about it all over again. Even though I really shouldn't. Like, I really shouldn't. Like, sometimes in life you gotta learn to maybe be a little more cynical so that you don't get taken advantage of, but no. The hog is at it again! How did you figure out the shard where you need the stone and cutter in this world? The stone and cutter? Which thing? Which stage is that in? Because I have to... Stone is like brown, and cutter is like green, so... It's probably a block that was brown and green, I don't know. I do remember the one that gave me a little bit of trouble on this stage. It's like... You come into a room, and then you drop down a ledge, and then it's like immediately on your left. It's something in this stage along those lines. I don't know if that was cutter and stone, though. Oh... The good news about, you know, having to replay so many of these stages, though, is that it's not very fun for gameplay purposes, but, man, what a great soundtrack to have to re-listen to in the process, you know what I mean? Let's be careful and try not to die here, though. The beach level with the wall jump with Rick. Oh, no, I was screen sharing that in a call with Max, and, Max was like, Griffin, you'll never get this one. Do you want me to look it up for you? I'm like, well, I guess. And then they did, and I got very, very angry about it. I guess it's a Dreamland 3 reference, one of which I would not get, though. I'm afraid to say. I also learned something pretty cool about these, electric guys, though. Oh, or maybe I didn't. What do you need to get, like, the lightsaber again? This thing, I think? Yeah, this thing. I was under the impression that once it was out, you just, like, couldn't float anymore. If you crouch, you put it away, and then you can float again. I didn't know this. Oh god, not the Sea Angels. We do not need to return to this conversation. I don't need to think about it again for as long as I live. Okay, good. I was going to backseat you on that one. Okay, speaking of putting it away, though, it's probably easier to go over these than through them, huh? It should be, like, right down here, right? Okay, this is just brown and black. This one's pretty obvious. For the record, I did, like, half catch on to what it is that needs to be done for the Stone and Cutter in that earlier beach level. Because I was noticing that, like, oh, isn't this weird? Like, when I'm at the fish and I press a button, you kind of do have, like, different abilities based on what shape you get. I did not, however, piece together that the hamster could climb the wall. That was beyond my imagination, we'll say. The special stage music in Sonic Origins doesn't speed up, and it's incredibly disorienting when Sonic keeps getting faster, but the music doesn't. So I'm glad that they're patching it. Yeah, I mean, there's a long laundry list of different reasons why those games are now, like, worse versions to play. I've heard a lot about the music. I have not heard it, but, you know, that's probably going to be the one that I can't imagine that they're going to fix, but it is also the one that I can, like, understand, like, I can swallow, but as long as, like, the gameplay is up to snuff, I should be fine with it. Hey, though, 8 lives is looking pretty good compared to our earlier, you know, 2 or 3. Because, man, even, like, the fake baby final boss, that's, like, not the real one, gave me a pretty tough time. So I want to make sure that I'm preparing as best as I can for what's to come. And I believe this should be the end of the stage right here. If my many repeated attempts serves me correctly. Okay, so this is maybe about, like, 60-70%. Nice! Music is bad, but PC has mods, so smile. But I paid $53 in the Nintendo eShop! Guys, we gotta talk about the new eShop information! Ooh, see, another thing about Shiverstar is I'm actually kind of into all these stages. This is a cool one, but it gave me a lot of trouble, so, I mean, the Cloud one's kind of chill. Maybe I'll do this one. I was literally playing this, like, a dozen times earlier today, so I'm really not keen on revisiting it. I'll do Clouds. Yeah, so as we all know, as you all know that aware, Nintendo is ceasing services for the Wii U and 3DS eShops, in the coming months and years. However, before that happens, they're actually delisting Fire Emblem Fates a month earlier. They're just removing it from the storefront, so that you can't buy it anymore. So, I gotta get my shit together for how I'm gonna figure out how to stream that game. Because, I don't have all the DLC for it. And, like, well, I don't know, I don't know how to get it if I were even to emulate it. Modern games are weird like that, you know? Because, I don't know, let's say I wanted to emulate something like, like fucking Mario World, right? It's like, okay, well, you have the file, and then that's the full game. It's like, oh, wait, I have the file, but, like, there's this other DLC that, like, isn't included, and, like, how would I get that? You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm sufficiently simpy enough for Fire Emblem 14 to want to check that out. What about the swimsuit stage? There's a picture of Ryoma taking his clothes off and strangling a salmon. Like, do I want to get a capture 3DS? Because if so, I gotta hook that up to an internet connection and download shit before it's too late. Like, I've really got to start thinking about these things before it's, like, gone forever. Or, I don't know, maybe it's worth just waiting to get a computer that's capable of emulating it. I don't know, both of which are very expensive investments to think about, so it's tricky. For emulations, you can usually find complete versions of the game file. I'm trying to think, because I do have Fire Emblem Fates. I did test it on this machine, and I did some funny little texture hacking to see if I could give M-Core thigh windows, which was somewhat successful. But I'm just trying to think if the DLC was included in the one that I already have or not, and I can't say that it is. I'm not sure when in the playthrough you would find out that you have the DLC. It's not something that I ever really thought to look for, so I'm just trying to think back to if there was ever a pop-up of some sort. But it is harder for less active communities, and it's also definitely probably harder now because of Nintendo. Yeah, it's gonna be really sad. I mean, they're saying that online play for Wii U and 3DS is gonna continue into, they're saying, the foreseeable future. And I'm using air quotes on the back of my controller. Oh, I still have this, I didn't even realize. But it is going to become a situation where, like, there's only ever going to be a finite amount of people to play those games with. Because it'll be impossible to get, like, actual copies anymore. Yeah, I mean, with Fates specifically, I mean, that's something that I've looked into a lot. And speaking of less active communities, it's tricky to find documentation and otherwise get help with information for a game that is, like, actively despised. You know what I mean? Oh. Kind of like how Wind Waker HD had Miiverse functionality, but now... ... Yeah, I mean, I was playing that all the way back in the Bad Mike days, and, which feels like forever ago, but even then, the Miiverse was shut down. And man, I miss that shit every day. I mean, that's one of the pretty common Switch ports that people ask for, is now that we have Skyward Sword HD, whereas Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD. And, I will buy those again if they bring back the Miiverse functionality somehow. Because they've... It's not Miiverse by name, but it pretty much is in function when it comes to things like Splatoon 2 and Mario Maker 2. So if they could, like, find a way to just, you know, bring it back, but just not call it Miiverse for Wind Waker, I'd be so cool with that. And I guess the tricky thing with that is they got rid of the Tingle Tuner for that shit. So they have to figure out some sort of strange little item to fill the inventory slot, because otherwise it's just not going to fill up the grid properly. Oh, that's scary. That it crossfaded into the evil version and then it went back. The Lala dog does this, by the way. Still have fond memories of the Tingle Tuner. Man, I grew up with Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube, but I never had the GBA Link cable, and I always wanted one because I thought it was so cool. But I guess they just got along. That must be a strange thing to try and emulate as well, right? Because Is there such a thing as making two emulators talk to each other for, like, these cross-hardware features? Is that a thing? Four Swords Adventures was so cool. Hey, you do not have to convince me of this. Speaking of 2018 events that it should be very familiar with, considering that helping me get unstuck out of a section in that game is the reason that it's modded to this day. It's the only one. Four Swords Adventures is a nightmare to emulate, but it is possible. Well, I'm just thinking that, like, just in general, for other games that had GBA link cable functionality. I know Sonic Adventure 2 had some sort of GBA Chow Garden, and of course for the Tingle Tuner itself. It's very funny that it predates Triforce Heroes. Yeah, speaking of things that I need to figure my shit out with, if they shut down the Nintendo Network online services for Wii U and 3DS, I own a copy of Triforce Heroes, but I've never played it because I've always been waiting to, like, find a group of friends to play it with. And, if the online functionality for that game is just not a thing anymore, that kind of just makes that whole game useless, because it's meant to be played online with a group of friends. You know, unless I can figure, like a local group of friends to play with, which I highly doubt. I simply do not think that's happening. Why is this, like, easier to do without the bomb? You noticing this? You noticing that I'm flawlessly working my way through this land of clouds? This is a beautiful room, by the way. I could fall asleep here, you know? Okay, so that's like yellow and orange is what would have been in there. I mean, I already got it. It's already a star, but I did this earlier today and I don't remember what it is. Wasn't quite angled correctly. It can still be done, but it's mad janky. I see. Hey, I'm also gonna blow your mind with something. You'll notice that this is flashing because I have all the gems. But I'm actually gonna play 6-1 in this world. You know, it's not necessarily the most interesting stage. Pay attention to the stage layout here. You know, the enemies may be different, but I started getting like a very strange sense of deja vu, and it blew my mind once I realized what was going on here. So the enemies may be different, but notice that their positioning in the world. Notice this river cutting through the course along this bridge. Maybe I guess I do want Spike, maybe. Oh! For some reason I thought I lost my power-up. I really am more used to, like, Kirby having, like, costumes associated with his copy abilities, rather than, like, his body changing. But I guess that is what, this bottom fifth of the UI is for. Oh, this is gonna be a good one for this room. This room gives me a lot of trouble here, actually. Because, you need... What is it? Needle and Electric for later in the stage? And this is not an easy mini-boss to try and cope with that with, because there's a really long wind-up, and it always, like, pops in and out. But notice this. There's a little room with the mini-boss, and then I leave it, and then I make a right turn. I'm sorry, a left turn. I turn to my right. And then there's some more ledges. And then there's some ledges and some pits with food in the bottom right corner accompanied by cannons floating above the middle. All of this to wind up to the biggest mind blow of all. Is that, you know how I broke open a rock in a pool of water with the bomb at the very beginning? It's the same! It's the same! They just changed the colors! It's just 1-1! And it's a very interesting, I hesitate to say acid reuse, because this entire world is made up of new textures and models. Like, none of this is shared in common with 1-1. So it's not even like this saved development time in any way. I guess it's just like more of like a thematic thing that like went out of their way for. But I just noticed that today and it blew my mind. Oh, the red. Well, I guess it adds up to a new life one way or another. I also wish Kirby had outfits in this game. Well, here goes nothing. Hi! Oh, no. I still have to do this? Well, good fucking luck, my friend. I'm gonna have to save up 10 lives for this, and God knows what comes next. I don't even remember how these patterns work! It seems like there's a little something in the corner there. Not anymore. I guess the trick is just to bring back... Oh, God. Stop! Oh! I did not miss this at all. I thought I'd be able to skip it or something. On account of my having already done it. They wanted to show that Ripple and Popstar are similar. I mean, the impression that I got the first time around is that this definitely is like somebody else's 1-1. But to make it literally Kirby's 1-1 is a detail that I did not pick up on until just now. I hate the rolling, dude. This one's really hard to counter. Kind of a, this is what will happen to you. Toad dies, yay! Don't worry, at least it's not as hard as Cuphead. Yeah, I'm really a glutton for punishment tonight, I guess, huh? Oh, God. Alley-oop! You've got to be kidding me. It's not Cuphead either. I'll say this. Stop. Like, you have really no time to swallow and process. Okay, maybe it's better if I do this. If I, like... Yeah! The power-ups that you get from the little doohickeys are still effective for the phase that they're on. Although they're a hell of a lot slower! It really just is never worth trying, is it? Griffin, hand me the controller. But I can do it! I did it! Past tense. Okay, I might consider it if you can answer me this. Do I need a lot of lives for the true final boss? Or is it like a kind of a victory lap kind of dealio? Why didn't I do damage? What? Hey! Hey! Phrasing, Griffin? I did not intend to say swallow and process as like a double entendre, but it's a good one to accidentally make, I'm gonna be honest. So I don't regret it one bit. Maybe it depends if you're good at games. Wow, what a comment to read while that's happening. I don't know. What do you think, chat? You think I'm good at games, right? You wouldn't tell me I'm not good at games, would you? I promise I'm not doing this as a bit! It is a real boss. Is it harder or easier than this? Because, I remember one of the reasons Mike didn't want to bother 100% in Kirby 64 is he said, you know, everybody's already seen it. Everybody knows what happens. And, I certainly have seen it. I'm aware of what it is. I don't really know, like, how it is. I don't think I've seen, like, the real ending either that follows it. I'd say you're medium. I'm mid?! It's not comparable to difficulty to the, I'm sorry, I gotta reread that. It's not comparable in difficulty to this for reasons. There's some damage there, at least. Yeah, I'll just take it a little slower and a little steadier, maybe. And for example, if you see rock, maybe just don't even bother fucking with it. Or, no! I had my chance. That could be the way to go, though. Just to, like, only bother going after it, like, on its way out. That could be. Because it's definitely on its way in is not a good idea. Get out of here. Whoa! I guess we really are playing Sonic 2! See, I was thinking of maybe holding onto that for the purposes of making fridge, but I think if you just have two like that, you just have to drop both before you can combine it with something else! That was a lot better that time, though. I am, like, clicking back into gear. I do feel like I have to earn this, in some sense. Why does it not... I guess there's, like, a little window of invincibility before it can, like, take damage again. But, you know... That's stupid. But, you know, it's stupid. See, I've got a... It's a good thing that I did play Cuphead before this, because there is, like, in some sense, a little bit of advice that I can learn from this, which is to say, that DVDs never hit the corner. And if you repeat this to yourself, you will find salvation. Come on, one ice, there we go. And if I can just ride it out until electricity, then we're good. So I can, like, be patient. Oh, for a few phases! Oh god, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. No, but what if it is? What if my costs aren't sunk enough? I don't know. This is gonna involve a lot of letting it do what it wants. But now if I'm down to, like, 1 health, now I, like, have to do it. Now it's like a necessity. Hey, here's a question. What happens if you mix fire and ice? Not that I will, because then I'm even further from fridge. But, you know, I always wondered. I'm on standby if you need it, smile. It's, how about I hand you the controller so you can get fridge for me? And then if you mess it up, it's your fault, not mine. Does that sound better? Okay, we're coming full circle back to Bubbles. You know what? I'm beginning to fear the worst is happening. I think it starts eliminating phases when... Okay, never mind. Once you do enough damage, so I was thinking maybe just... The time of electricity was over! The Sonic Boom Fire and Ice trailer asked that question. Speaking of games that have a great completion bonus, isn't it like a very strange, like, 4-minute dance that they, like, do in their house? I remember seeing, like a video of that. It's very strange. Guys, I think you just gotta beat this normally. I don't think fridges are gonna help. Also, these things absolutely can hit the corner. This one really gives me a lot of trouble, though. Once they start, like, bouncing off of the sphere in the middle, I have no idea how to read that to prepare. Oh, God. Yes, and I love it. The unfortunate thing, though, about the Cuphead comparisons is, throwing isn't such a viable strategy with this sort of stuff. Because there's lives, there's consequences. Imagine if fucking Cuphead had lives. You just had to, like, do a world all on one batch. See, sometimes there's, like, fires, like a second thing, and you don't know when it's gonna come. It's scary. Meow, meow. At the end of the day, though, what's really worrying... Fucking hell! I'm sorry. Let's just try again. Do I lose a life for trying again? Oh, no, I think you do. Unless I just wasn't looking, and I always had 4. I do have to say, though, in spite of my coping with Kirby being slow, this dash is unforgivable. Because you grind to a complete halt before you can, like, start moving again. There's, like, a really heavy deceleration that does not feel good at all. Oh, double up? This could be good. Oh, dude, combined... If you have, like, a bigger mouthful, does that not do more damage? Because, that feels to me like it should be, like a given in a Kirby game, but maybe that's more of, like a modern invention. I don't know. It's never worth it! It's never worth it. There's always consequences. I'm getting better at this, though. Oh, they changed the trajectory! This one's pretty reliable, too. Oh, wow, so there's actually a maximum amount of damage you can do, and then it'll just decide to, like, cancel out. Wasn't aware of that. Yeah, look at that! That's some good progress. Still 2 lives left. It's not gonna come easy, but... Or 2 hits, rather. Uh-oh! Make that 1. Make that 1! Shit. Definitely seems to me, though, like it's gonna start focusing on a narrower selection of abilities, at the very least. Because we're getting it pretty far down. Oh, God. Help! Oh! Just the 1, huh? I was worried he was gonna start, like, homing in on me and, like, chasing me around the field. In which case, being in a corner is, like, the last place you'd want to be. Oh, no. This is the end. Man, that was a really good go of it, though. I'm pretty happy with that. At the end of the day, despite all the deaths, despite the fact that it's as if I never played any of these extra sections at all to get lives, now I'm just back to what a fresh save file will start you off with. The possibility of accomplishing Fridgeless is, like, you know, somewhat something to be proud of, maybe. Man, electricity and ice back-to-back, too. But I guess that I didn't really have any, like, health to regain at this point, though. Wow, no shit! Electricity into ice and then into electricity again. Oh, it ate my... What? I thought if you just make it touch, then it works. I guess it was, like, still in the process of combining. Or transitioning from enemy to pick-upable ability or something. He'll never survive Cuphead at this rate. I already played it! The thing about Cuphead is it has much better and snappier movement. You can get out of the way of shit a lot faster. Ooh. I mean, it's... I am finding that I'm getting, like, more frustrated with this than I am with Cuphead, but I think, like, it's about having reasonable expectations, in a way. Like, if Cuphead, if I die a million times, it's fine, because it's, like, supposed to be that way. That is, like, just how the game works. With this, it really feels like it's on me that I'm having this hard of a time with it. And it's a little embarrassing. And everybody's pointing and laughing. Between this and Cuphead, I'm just thinking about how you're worried about Dark Souls' difficulty. That's true. I mean, Kirby does move very slow in this, and that's a thing that they say about Dark Souls, that you have to be, like, very, like, deliberate and methodical. A button masher, it is not. So I guess if there really is anything that can prepare me, it is this. I'm sorry, one eye left? Am I reading that correctly? Griffin realizing why Kirby is low tier in Smash. Kirby is the highest tier because Kirby has an up B and a down B. Explain this, atheists. No, 2 eyes left. Okay. Man, of all the abilities for it to leave me with. Okay, good. I guess if rock is the only thing left, I could also start, like, absorbing the rock power-up. But if it's only the one hit, a little spit and shine can do the trick. Right? Yeah, right. It makes you feel better. Most people have a hard time with this boss. It's just that I already had a hard time. I want to see what happens next. God, I really do love the fuzzy appearance of that texture. It is very pleasant to look at. Ew. Oh, this music is so cool. What? Kirby's cell phone? Kirby, you gotta call Saul! Has that always been how that worked? Kirby just calls a Warp Star on his phone? On his Kirby phone? God, that rules. Oh, there was, like, a level? I didn't know there was level. Doesn't, like, Triple Deluxe have, like, a made of hexagons segment that looks like this? Is there lore, perhaps? Jeez, this is not an easy place to be with no power-ups, though. Can't imagine a rock would really help me out, though, if I did decide to swallow it during that earlier section. Waddle Dee! I'm sorry, you are not my enemy. But you are. All my friends! The one-ups! Adeline, you get it! You get me! Oh, this is so cute! Uh-oh. It's not cute anymore! Wait, the crystal shard is like my gun? Oh, I guess we're just in it now. I was thinking that was gonna be like a longer section. Hey, are those wings, the red wings, supposed to have like white outlines? Because what that looks like to me is like very odd. It's like when you try to make a transparent GIF. Like, this is literally what was happening to my emotes when I was like trying to make a transparent image, but the edges were like aliased. There's even like a special icon combination for this too. It's like the bow of Adeline. I'm sorry, the bow of Ribbon and the shard of me. God, speaking of great music though. Do we keep going? I mean, I don't have other buttons. A doesn't do anything. Neither does holding B. You just kind of gotta tap it. Because there is like a meter at the bottom, but it's not moving. Circles will work, though. Circles will workles. Griffin, pause for lore? What do you mean, pause for lore? What the hell does the tough it out button do? Does that mean that you can't hit try again? That they've replaced the try again option with the button that says, grow up? Oh, and then I fall into the abyss and I drop my gun. Hi. You can't leave smile. That's really funny, actually. I wouldn't really call that lore, but I do like it. I'm liking this very gentle little, like, noise it makes when it spits out the sparky stars at you. Boy, this really is all you have to do, huh? Gotta say, this circular movement I'm making sure would be a lot easier with an analog stick rather than having to, like, roll my thumb over, like, different buttons every, like, 2 milliseconds. Because, I mean, it was working for a little bit. Like, you got a little, like, pissed off. The blood! That's really funny that they didn't patch it out. Because I know they did for Ocarina. They, like, went back and, like, changed it because it was too much. It's really funny that Kirby gets to have that and Zelda doesn't. Okay, so you're, like, bleeding, and it's, like, it's no problem to you? Still? You gotta shoot the Band-Aid after he starts shaking. Because that's where Kirby ripped the first eye out in Dreamland 3. Why is it that everything about this game requires me to have played Dreamland 3 first? I gotta play the first 63 Kirbys before I can understand 64? You know, there was actually an interesting video by Jacob Geller I watched the other day about, like, the darkest Zelda. And, it was a good video, and it kind of broached subjects like this, about, like, wait, this kid's game secretly has something dark and fucked up in it? And, it examined that, I think, in a very clever and insightful way. Here's the thing, though. The bad news— oh, I did it! Oh, look, the halo's, like, changing colors? Jeez. Oh my god, this guy's a freak. The bad news is that this was literally going to be a part of my Klonoa video essay, and now I have to throw the whole thing out. I mean, it's a band-aid, you don't gotta know why it's— I mean, I guess. Yeah, you think about, you know, other enemies. See, here's the thing, though, is that this is just, like, a single band-aid. Bandages only telegraph a weak point when it's in, like, an X formation. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. That's the damage. Oh! But it's still, like, attacking me. I still gotta keep it moving. But it hums in. We're good. We're good. I don't have to be, like, aligned with it. Look at that. That's almost half the bar gone in one phase. Okay, let's keep it up. See, we're about on par here, though. We're like neck and neck. I would love to know what this combination of features is supposed to represent. Like, why a cactus in there? It's a lot easier to kill when you shoot the wings off. I didn't know that that was a thing that I could do! Nor did I know that it was a thing that I already did, because the red aliasy parts are gone now. But it's definitely easier to initiate this state than it was before. Wait, the halo's just gone now, but also no cactus. Guess it's not over yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think the halo is meant to be like a shield. Which, you know, are typically not shaped like holes. But that's why it's changing color, because you're lowering its defensive ability. And then when you get rid of it all the way, one hit on the band-aid is what summons the cactus. I understand now. Oh, come on, though. Man, this is really cool, though, because the shards that you've collected throughout the course of the game, like, are your ammo. Believe it or not, I was at one point thinking about doing something like this for LBA, though I did ultimately decide against it, so there's a little tidbit of development lore for you. Come on, one more. What do you mean? It's one more! I hit it so many times! Man, it does rule, though. Things in Kirby should bleed more often, especially now that we have graphics. Did I miss it? Did I miss my chance? I thought I initiated the right phase, but... What are your guys' opinions of the Smash remix of this, by the way? I think they introduced it in Brawl. Supposedly, it's controversial to like it, but I do. There we go. A stinky! It's a time for you to die! Right? It's taking a while to rotate here, I guess. There we go! I wasn't minding that that was taking some time, but I was gonna mind if I died and I was gonna have to spend that long every time. Oh, this is such a cool effect, though. Wow. We did it. We defeated the urge not to 100% Kirby 64. Oh my god, oh my god. Wait, why is it like too tight for Kirby, but too loose for Waddle Dee? Whoa! Star Allies had a better remix of it? I didn't know that I had a remix of it! Guess I didn't pay enough attention. So, Shinichi Shimamura has never been seen again. Is this what you mean to tell me? Let's look this up. Speaking of Mario, Daisy made it into Mario Strikers. Man, I really could not possibly care less. It doesn't make the game better, it just makes the launch game worse by holding that stuff back. I don't know. Their credits are in color now? Oh, I guess they are. Also, my left Joy-Con disconnected for God knows whatever reason. Dreamland 2, Dreamland 3, Kirby 64. Hasn't been involved since Nightmare in Dreamland for unknown reasons. There's not a great deal about Shinichi Shimamura, online or otherwise. It's not clear what his background was before working on the Kirby series or what he has done since. That's scary. Like, I thought you guys were just like saying missing for missing's sake. No, he like really is. I'm not saying that Daisy specifically is making the game worse. I'm just saying that like holding content back is making the game worse. Although, if you do want to interpret it that way, I'm not going to stop you. Because, it's not like I don't also believe that, actually. Very strange. He's, like, bleeding in the artwork! What the hell, Rareware? This is a kid's game! Neat little final sequence, though. I am glad that I saw that through. Because, I think it is better than a mischievous smirk. In my opinion. Wow, cool Kirby. I should really, play more of these. Like, I was joking earlier, but you know, maybe the other 63 Kirbys are also worth playing. Maybe even Kirby 65! But anyways, I think I'm done with this. Go to the title screen and just hang out. So that was Kirby 64 for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me the month that I needed to collect the eponymous crystal shards. And I'll be back in a bit with Cuphead. I don't know where the music went, but I'll see you later. BRB. Oh, the mini-games! We can do the mini-games. We can do the mini-games. Wait, oh, this is really weird. It says 2 controllers connected, but like, look at this, look at this. I'm holding them sideways. They're still in the Joy-Con grip. I did nothing wrong here. So I have to hold the whole grip sideways and then get these. I don't know how that happened. Nor why you would even allow this input mode in an N64 game. Because usually it only defaults to split Joy-Con if that's like a supported control style. Very, very odd. Let's see, so options. It's on the file select, you guys said? Oh. You got some enemy info. We got Acro. We also have great menu music. Pronto Bird. Okay, it's just like a little model viewer then. Yeah, can't forget about our boy Putt. Theater soundtrack boss battles. Look like a boss rush. Take on the bosses one by one. Go at him unarmed and show him who's boss. Oh, accepts defeat. Yeah, I won't. Jeez! What kind of creepypasta shit is this? The slightly red lighting? This is a kid's game! No, we'll do mini games. We'll do mini games. 100-yard hop. It's a race to the finish to win. Give it your best hop. I am not playing 2 Arena. I'm sorry, did I say 2 Arena? I meant True Arena. Hello? Can I play the 2 Arena? You can, like, pick your character. I'll play as DDD. Whoa, the palette swaps? Alright, I don't know how to hop, but I'll try. You just gotta mash it? Oh, I think if you hold... Okay. You can choose to jump 1 space or 2. Oh, no, you press down to hop by 2. No, you don't. Down and A do the same thing. Are you, like, switching states? I don't know. These other DVDs are seeing frogs and shit, though, so I don't know. What are the controls? What are the controls? Okay, it's some strange combination of down and A, but I haven't figured out what that means. Oh, I gotta wait for the other DDD to finish still? Wait! Oh, I'm such an idiot! I thought I was playing as Kirby the whole time. I'm like, why do these inputs make no sense? Okay, well then that means that I don't know how this works. A for 1, B for 2. I'm pressing A and I'm going, it's B for 1 and A for 2. You're lying! I'm only at 40! I don't know why, like, Kirby's in the second lane. I don't know why I thought that was me. I was so certain about it. Oh. Okay, well now that I know how to play, though. Now that I know how to play, though. Wait! It's very strange that the lanes are moving, but the actual, like, ground is not. There are frogs in my world. Oh, the frogs are obstacles! I thought that I could, like, land on it and it would, like, give me a boost or something. Like, I could, like, hop with the strength of a frog. I require complete silence for this spell. See, there we go. It's not so bad. Streamer fails Kirby minigame while gay. You don't gotta bring that into it, man. Ah, as it should be. Let's play another game. Bumper Crop Bump. Catch the falling crop. Bump your way to a full basket. And that was on easy, too. Okay, wait, so now I am Kirby. Very well. Your ass got frogged. Wait, these guys are like swapping positions with each other. How can that be? I want a heart fruit. Love. No, you guys gotta get it. This is my side. This entire left side's on me, dude. What? Yeah, maybe I'll pin you to the left side. If you want it so bad. I have no idea how they're pulling off this maneuver. Hey, this music is great, though. Because I was thinking that maybe it would be something that, like, automatically triggers if you, like, hold a direction against somebody long enough, but I guess it's like a button, and I'm not willing to experiment with this. You gotta press the Z button to swap your double dash erasers. Oh god. There's a falling one here I can go for. Look at this! Oh, I got so fucking outmaneuvered. Oh, but I do have, like, double of what, like, the person in second has. Oh, shit, is it all gonna come down? Final stretch? They gotta remix this shit more often, dude. The minigame music? Alright, 28's not bad. Yippee! Catch my crop, swap my spot. Jackie, I want you to know that, before I started streaming tonight, I was looking at this image that I still have in OBS. I was, like, cleaning it up because I had some, like, Klonoa memes that I wanted to get rid of. And I saw this, and I'm like, do I need to get rid of it? Is it time? And I thought, no, I kept it. Oh, DDD and the other Kirby tied, though. Checkerboard chase. Chase down your opponents. Get the drop to win. I'll be Waddle Dee this time. Whoa, 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 whoa! Jeez! This one's like so much more intense than the other ones. Oh my god! See, I haven't been able to get DDD down a single time. He is my opponent. Okay, well, someone did. Yeah, someone did. There we go. That's better. Uh-oh. Oh, so every time somebody gets eliminated, the field shrinks. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Wow, only one fall. That wasn't so bad. I am very scared of what non-easy difficulty looks like on these, though, and I'm not about to find out. Best minigame, this is where real ones settle it. No, it is very intense, but it is also very fun. Eat my cake. God damn it. Anyways, that was actually Kirby 64. Thank you for that last second catch, and now Cuphead is coming up for real, so BRB.